This is like your second meeting? Okay. So I guess this would be kind of be like a refresher course maybe for you and for anyone else. What you're attending is a meeting of the Soka Gakkai International, which is a part of it's a part of a larger organization, which is SGI. Well, we're in an SGI USA meeting, but it's part of a larger organization called Soka Gakkai International that has, which means that there are over 100 in over 192 different countries. There are different people chanting the same thing. So what you heard us chanting Nam-myoho Renge-kyo, which is known as Daimoku, and what that means is, loosely translated, is devotion to the mystic law of cause and effect through sound. And what we do is we chant Nam-myoho Renge-kyo to this Gohonzon, which is the scroll. Down the center of it is Nam-myoho Renge-kyo, and it's signed Nichiren. What this symbolizes, this is like a mirror of our life, and it symbolizes our highest life conditions. So we chant Nam-myoho Renge-kyo, and we also perform Gongyo, which is the book that we just read, which is a chapter and a half of the Lotus Sutra, which is the highest teaching of the original Buddha. The original Buddha you might be familiar with is this kind of round, corpulent gentleman that you see always. You know, as Buddhists, people are always giving you Buddha statues. They can, like, hey, you want this? I got something for you. We don't worship the Buddha, but that's the historical Buddha. And so this practice actually was started by Nichiren Daishonin, who was a Buddhist monk who lived in 13th century Japan. And he had studied all these sutras, and he came up with, this is the way to become happy, because the point of religion is to become happy, to uplift ourselves and to be happy. So one of the things that, previously in Buddhism and in other religions, you might hear of this idea of you have to cut yourself off from things in order to be happy. Cut yourself off from your desires. But that's not the case in this Buddhism. It's in this Buddhism, they teach that earthly desires actually equal enlightenment. Now, does that mean that we go off on some hedonistic pursuit of all things? No. It just means that, when you are chanting for a goal, you develop your faith. There's nothing that you can't chant for in this practice. So there are three parts of this practice, which is faith, practice, and study. I've gone over practice, which consists of chanting Nam-myoho Renge-kyo, which is the essential practice, and Gongyo, which is the book. The faith is not having, kind of not like this wishing on a star type thing, but basically having an expectation that when I sit down and chant, that I will, something will happen, that I can change my karma, which are, karma, you hear people throw that around, which are, as if it's this fixed thing, but karma is created kind of through your, words, thoughts, and deeds. And what this practice allows you to do, instead of previously or historically, karma was thought to be something that was fixed and unchangeable. You had to die and come back in order to, maybe absolve past sins and wrongs. What this does is allows us right now in real time to chant to change our karma now. And when we do that, we go through this process called human revolution, which are which is basically battling that fundamental darkness, that tendency in life, those things that kind of keep us back. That's your karma too. Those things that pop up, obstacles that keep you from being happy. They can be, physical obstacles, or obstacles come from other places, or just internal obstacles. And so we use that, we chant to overcome those things and become happy, and to attain what we want. Another part of this practice is introducing people to the practice, which is doing Shakubuku. And that's called, there's practice for oneself, which is obviously us chanting. But then there's practice for others, which is introducing other people to the practice. We study, the third part of the practice is the Gosho, which is this brown book right here. And what this book is a collection of letters written by Nichiren Daishonin, who started this practice. And they're known as, they were written to his disciples back in the 13th century. So this practice was actually brought to America through a gentleman named President Daisaku Ikeda. He's our honorary president of the SGI. He was the person who actually brought this Buddhism outside of Japan to the rest of the world. And he's our honorary president and also our mentor in faith. So I encourage everybody, those of us who are members and those of us who are, visiting, to look into Buddhism, and it's truly to really study SGI. Thank you.